Open your hand, take a glance. Don't be scared, I'm right here, even though.
Okay, boys and girls, we are back. This is Wings Rule of the Spartans Guild, and we're going to switch it up a little bit here for a minute. We been talking to a few people, and they were thinking that it might be a good idea for me to do some arena attacks. So I thought maybe, oh, I'm on the wrong account. So, okay, well, look at that. Okay, well, let's do an attack on this on my second account, my pretty well free-to-play account. Yeah, I've been told that it might be a good idea to do some more arena attacks. I haven't done much in a while. Sorry, this account isn't quite, doesn't have the pushing power that my main account does. But we're going to switch a couple here and just find a decent opponent, and we'll show you how we attack with a lower level guy. Okay, so you can see this base right here, and you see how these are all lined up in front of the arena, right beside the arena, and the pounder's just one space ahead of the arena. If I attack this base right now, this is a level 108, I will defeat this guy in 30 seconds or less. So we're going to do it. We'll pay an extra attack. This is just a breakdown for you guys to see how easy it is to take on the arena when you get into the harder bases. There's lots that are like this. I don't know what exactly they're doing it for. I don't know why anybody would line their heroes up that way, but it is what it is. So we're not going to argue with them because it works out really well in our benefit. So boom, look at all my heroes go straight for his arena, and poof, it is gone. Okay, just that simple. Boom, that base is destroyed. So that was kind of anticlimactic. We're going to pay another nickel here and get another attack in. Just want to show you folks what it's like to play as me under a second account in the arena where I don't have such dominating heroes. I live a life just like most of you. I have to reset and miss and skip and fail. So don't think that you are exclusively getting the raw deal, the crap end of the stick. Typically, guys, try not to attack anything that's less than 1,000, worth less than 1,000. You're not going to get very far. You can attack the 700s all day long, but honestly, what's the point? You might as well not even really be doing anything. So, okay, let's have a look at this guy. This guy looks, he's a level 66. He's probably got some divines. I have none. Let's see if we can take him anyways. I don't spend a lot of time going up against Ambrosia, but we will see if this strategy will work against this group. So as you can see, that level 1 skilled Pyro Pete takes effect long before they get anything off. And then this is perfect. There's the Divine Blood Cap. We knew that was going to be there. I would have been rather surprised if it hadn't. So we're going to activate Abyss, try and keep Landslide alive a little longer. Nope, that didn't work. So we'll hit Pyro again. Typically, I probably should have hit Great Sage there to shut down somebody's skill. But now we're just going to poof and hopefully destroy somebody here. Okay, so that's going to really hurt Rene Ven. Also really hurt Chiron. He's dead. Yeah, we pretty much got this locked up. There we go. So it wasn't looking good for a second, but we prevailed because of proper skill usage. Actually, I'm really happy with that attack came up. So yeah, that's pleasing because that really shows you what sequence you should use as a mediocre base, attacking slightly more advanced base. So okay, we're going to switch it up. We're going to go back to the main account. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do I'm going arena run to Deity. No skips. No skips. Forget about it. We're going straight to the top. Whoever we get faced with in the first category, or whatever, the highest XP category, because as you get up to the top, the first spot beside the flow of the day isn't always the strongest. So we will just not worry about collecting too much crap. We will go right over here and make something happen. We're going to try and bust through the gates and hopefully take out 11 straight bases. No jewels, no skips, no problem. Wow, level 18 book, tablet, tomb. Awesome. Well, I had to remember my sequence here. So I have a very specific sequence that I use, and I use it every single time. I found it to be the most productive, so that's how I do it. And it proves itself right there. Okay, no skips. Flow of the day is gone. 11 more attacks. This is going to be kind of boring for the first couple days. I missed my first day. I did do attacks, but I didn't get the information about doing some arena raids on video again until yesterday. So the attacks were already completed. So here we go. Abyss Demon charging in full steam ahead. So we like to try and activate everything before they get a hero to utilize one of his skills. We got to get Great Sage off. And then we need to get the stomp going and shut it all down. So the reason behind my sequence that I feel it's the most productive, I know I said I wasn't going to go after, you shouldn't go after anybody under 1,000, but honestly when you get up in the higher range, you kind of get stuck. So unless you skip. But I should be able to make Deity without too much trouble, hopefully. So let's hope. So sequence is Pangoli blasts him back, same as before. Pangoli uses his skill, and Great Sage gets pushed really deep into all of his mercenaries and heroes, then activates his skill. Then we use the stomp to stun the heroes, and then Pounder Stomp to also stun the heroes, so they don't get the opportunity to use any of their skills before I've already stomped all over them. And there you go. An extra power right behind it with Great Sage's skill, Abyss Demon's Divine. So we're just bombing along here. We're just going to blast through hopefully everybody. If we lose too many attacks, we will not be successful, but don't be afraid of the 188 or the 182 Blitz Bomber, because honestly, he's no stronger than a 120 Pangoli. So yeah, don't stress out when you see that. You know, worst case scenario is he's got his Divine Destruction, and really, it's not that divine. It's kind of anticlimactic, 100% anticlimactic. That's a hard word to say, and we are rocking it out. And stomp, and stomp, stomp, skill. Poof, where you go. Dust they are, dust. Honestly, it's not this easy. It's just a couple days. It's going to be boring. I'm going to try and do these as fast as possible. Once we get into day maybe 3, maybe 4. For sure 4. Day 3 is definitely questionable, but day 4, you guys are going to see some pretty solid attacks, some pretty tough one-on-ones. Hopefully successful ones from my end. I don't want to lose too many here, or we're going to be struggling to get Deity. Boom, boom. That was a little early on the stomp. Trick to the stomp is to time it out. You got 8 seconds from the point when Great Sage activates his Divine and when it ends. So you need to time it out on your Pangoli. As you can see, his cooldown is counting down. All right, so I don't know. It may not necessarily be the same for everybody because a lot of you guys aren't using the same sequence or having the same skill rage meter timing. So usually, yeah, it starts at 11. I should be having that stomp down by 4 seconds, maybe 3, if I'm really, really pushing my luck. There's the stomp, and there's the pounder stomp. Everybody's asleep, and it's game over. Pounder stomp, don't underestimate that because that is a really great stun tool. Allows you a lot of time to do some work on them before they get to activate their skills and their divine. Just little secret tricks that some of the big boys like to use. You know, stun those heroes. They can't activate their skills. They can't activate their divines, even though they've already pressed them. So again, once they get down to about 5 or 4, hit the landslide divine, just to make sure because it takes about a second to react. And that's when you do your most damage. The second that divine goes off, you're doing tons of damage because all their buffs are gone, all their aids are gone, so all their bonus is over. That's when you get their most damage, your maximum damage. It's your best chance of taking them down. Okay, so landslide, very, very strong divine skill to try to achieve and acquire. Again, it's not that easy to get a hold of landslide shards or landslide himself for that matter. So I know it's not easy for everyone for sure. Yeah, so here we go. We're just pretty much just dusting these guys off. These guys are pretty mediocre heroes, and you know, what are you gonna do though, right? I mean, you got to go through some of the easier bases to get to the tough ones. So we got 4 more left. It seems like I've been doing this for hours, honestly. I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm just I'm starting to get tired out. Ooh, here you go. This guy's almost going to be a challenge, except that he's got mediocre heroes. They're all 180. I suspect they don't have very many very high evolutions. Obviously, Blockhead has none. He's probably quite pleased with the fact that his Skull Mage now has a divine, but it's not going to help him. Oh, look at that! I just screwed up. Okay, it's not going to help him much here because yeah, I dropped that stomp too early. Okay, so that's yeah, that's not ideal. But we took out Pounder before he even got a chance to utilize his divine, and this guy didn't even have Chiron's. He didn't even have Chiron the Leo. So this is just time now. It takes a lot longer doing it this way. When you miss that stomp, when you hit that stomp, that changes the length of time that the match goes. If you're trying to do things quickly, yeah, that can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's okay because we got nowhere to be. Won't screw up too many like that. I just wasn't paying attention, talking away. Yeah, miss hit, dropped the divine early. I don't know why I used the landslide before I used the Great Sage Divine. I don't know. I guess I had a major match against a foe of the day, and I don't know if anybody watched that video, but I'm sure a lot seem to have. But that's a sequence that took me through his heroes and on to victory. So I'm kind of trying to stick to it. I think it's just the timing of when to hit the skills that seems to be coinciding really well with my attack strategy and my heroes. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And that's what we're working on right now. We're just trying to keep an exact same sequence all the time. And lower players and all players recognize that the game is changing. It's constantly changing. I have had the best sequence of dropping skills and divines for a long time, but it's been a lot different constantly through that time frame. When I was using sharpshooters, I had a different sequence. I had different heroes. So, I mean, at one point this is the best strategy, but in 2 weeks it might not be. In 3 weeks it might not be. Who knows what happens next? Maybe some really maxed out. Look at this. Here we go. Again, you see the arena? It's right here, and the Dark Rider and the Pounder are both just one space in front. If he was one more space up, he would be toast. I would be going against all of his heroes. But now I'm going to walk right past all of his heroes. Bye bye. Sorry, you can't have my lunch money today. I am going to get hot dogs at school. Okay, so we go right to the arena, steal the hot dogs, and problem solved. I don't know what the hell I was just talking about. But that's that. Most of these people probably won't be watching the end of this video to hear that stupidity anyways, but there it is. That is walking past the bullies and stealing the hot dog. Okay, so that's my 11 attacks plus my foe of the day. Successful day. Successful. We are not on track to try and catch any records or be in the top anything. We are 1,470th. So good times. This has been a bit of a treat today. So I'm glad that I could entertain for a few minutes. Yeah, so we're going to do this. This is going to be our run. This is going to be, our arena run to Deity. Wings rule. Clash on. Peace.
Open your head, take a glass.